Hey there, I'm the RV Dummy. Welcome back. I've been doing this channel for quite some time now. I've been called a lot of things, but in the several years I've been on the air here, I have never been called this. Coming right up. Hey there, Dr. Dave, the RV Dummy. Welcome back. I've got a letter from a follower or a subscriber I'm going to read to you. At first, I didn't really know if it was tongue-in-cheek or a joke, but I am going to read, in all fairness, I am going to read it and I'm going to explain. It goes just like this. He says, Dave, I feel you are an RV racist. You are a Class B guy. Don't you believe that all RVs are important? What's up with you? Sincerely, and he signed his name. I'll go ahead and read his name. Sincerely, Ross Nash from Ohio. Ross, again, I don't know if this is meant to be funny. Right now, unfortunately, we're going through, as I record this, a really seriously difficult time in this country. And there's no way that I would ever personally make a joke out of anything that's going on right now, and you know what I'm talking about. We go from coronavirus to the killing in Minneapolis and the unrest in the cities and the rioting, and it is truly horrible. I don't want to be political at all here in any way, but if I could say one thing, my dream, my prayer would be that one day we as all Americans, no matter who we are, no matter what color our skin is, no matter what religion, no matter what our ethnicity is, no matter what, one day, I hope in my lifetime, we can all hold hands and be one and be at peace with each other. That's what I pray for. But let's get into the question. You asked me if I'm an RV racist. Do I only like Class Bs? Am I against all other RVs? And the answer is, of course not. Of course not. I happen to be partial to Class Bs, and if you watch the video I did, it was probably last video or 2 videos ago, I can't remember, about all the reasons that I think Class Bs have tremendous advantages if it's just 2 people, maybe 2 people and a pet, 3 at the most maybe, but good for one or two people generally. And I gave a lot of reasons. So if you're not sure, if you didn't see that video, go back and check that video out. But having said that, I spend a lot of time on the road, in campgrounds, watching other RVs at truck stops and all kinds of places. And I'll tell you something, I totally respect the people that have the families, the people that have those large, humongous Class A's. I mean, I don't want to be driving one for reasons that I talked about on the last video. I'm afraid of driving something that big. But on the other hand, if you're not afraid of it, if you're able to do it, if you can afford it, it's like a house on wheels. I mean, you pull into a campground and you set up and you've got like a little home there for as long as you want. You've got every amenity you want, of all types of comfort. I can't say that for the Class B. Our Class B is more like, it's closer to camping than living in a luxurious house on wheels. We still love it, and that's my choice. But I'd say it's not, a Class A. I don't know if I consider that like camping. And again, not to discount Class A's, because they're beautiful and they're big and they're like houses and they're luxurious. But they're too much for me. Class C's, I've seen some really nice Class C's. I've got some really good friends who have Class C's, and I would, at some point, maybe consider a Class C. And my wife, we've always looked at them and liked them. And of course, there's so many different types and lengths and sizes. But still, the Class B right now is just the type of RV that's perfect for me and Yoko and Boo Boo. And by the way, a real quick aside. Boo Boo is 19 plus years old. He's ill right now. He's not doing that well. It's really super sad, because he's been on every single camping trip we've had in our Pleasureway XLTS. Whenever we've been out in the Pleasureway camping, he has been with us 100% of the time. And I have to face reality. Yoko, we both have to face reality that he is, his days right now are very limited to with us. It's really, really difficult. So if you're the type of person that likes to send a prayer, that wouldn't mind sending a prayer, please do so. If you want to send positive energy from wherever you are, we, and especially Boo Boo, would really, really appreciate your thoughts. Um, Also, so getting back from, that was just a little aside, I had to say it because there is going to come the time soon, unfortunately, Boo Boo is not going to be able to accompany us on future trips. And just the thought of that is really tough for me to even grasp. I don't want to get too much into it, but for the past few nights, I've been just sitting out on my porch, on my front porch, thinking about all the great times we've had with him together, and what it's going to be like without him. And it's going to be very tough for me and for Yoko. But getting back to the RV world, some of the travel trailers and the fifth wheels, they can be really big also, and they can be like homes as well. And am I against those? Do I hate them? No, not at all. I've been in a lot of them, and they are just beautiful. But I've got a lot of, I'm kind of a, how can I say this? Like a real simple person. I have even fears and phobias, and even driving on mountain passes and curvy mountain roads and narrow and things like that. I've got a hard enough time driving my Class B on the really, really windy ones and the narrow ones and the ones that have like sheer cliffs. So I'm just not going to be driving one of those fifth wheels where you're towing something, or a travel trailer or something like that. It's just not for me. But do I hate you if you have one? Of course not. You're part of my family, and I love you, and I love you being on my channel. What about those campers that I don't know exactly what they're called, but they call like truck campers, where you actually have like the camper itself, and it's lifted down onto, it's lifted up and then put down into the I don't know what you call it, like the bed of the pickup truck. And so in order to get to it, of course, you've got to leave your pickup truck, leave the driver's area, and go around and then get into it. And they're small, but actually somebody right near me has one of those, and they go out almost every weekend, and they love it. They love it. So I think the point of this, and there are many different types that I didn't even mention. If I didn't mention your type of RV, forgive me. It's not that I don't like you, or I didn't forget about you, but they're just too numerous to mention. I think the point is, find the type that you like, the type that's good for your lifestyle, for your driving style, for the size of your family, however many people you may have, or what you want to be doing, where you want to be going. Find that perfect one. As I said, the people that live right near me, they get in their what do you call it again? I guess it's called a it's like a pickup truck camper, whatever you call it. I don't know. Somebody will write in the comments and correct me. That's fine. I just don't know what it's called. But like I said, they take their mountain bikes with them. They take their skis. They're out all the time, and they just absolutely love it. It's not for me. I'd rather be in, the thing I love about the Class B is that it's one unit, it's one vehicle. You can go from the driver's seat, from the passenger seat, staying inside the vehicle, moving to the back, doing anything you want. And as somebody pointed out in my last video, in the comments, if God forbid there's some type of trouble, you don't have to get out. You just get into the driver's seat and you leave the scene, even if it means ripping your cables and your hoses. If there's danger and you need to get out in a hurry, you could just put the thing in drive and just drive away. I don't really think about that part too much, about the security or that, but it could happen, and I think it is a plus, especially, let's say, you're a one person, maybe a single woman who's traveling by themselves, and you sense danger around you. Well, I would rather be in a Class B or a Class C where you could just drive away, as opposed to something you're hauling and you've got to reattach it. You've got to, do all the stuff that needs to be done. That's actually a lot more difficult. So that's what I have to say. Again, not to I don't want to at all, if you made it to this point, I don't want to at all make light of what's going on in our country today. It's really, really tough. I pray that we have it ends, and we can get together as human beings for once, and love each other. Wouldn't that be just awesome if that could ever happen in our lives? That would be great. But in the meantime, there's never been a better time to RV, because again, what's going on here now, we can kind of at least have our own little escape and go to a place. I'm choking. I'm sorry, I'm not going to edit this out. I'm going right through, baby. I'm not going to edit anything. And go to a peaceful place, wherever that may be, seek refuge, enjoy, and then maybe one time really soon, things will be really back to whatever normal will be. So to answer your question, Mr. Nash, no, I am not. Not only am I not an RV racist, I am not a racist of any type, and I'm proud to say that. I think human beings and all living creatures, I totally respect, try my best to respect all and understand all as much as I possibly can. Love you all. I'm Dr. Dave, the RV Dummy. I will see you next time.